Okay.
All right, my name is Ciara, and our resolution is that safety is more important than freedom. So we support the passing of the Patriot Act. The Patriot Act is an act that's passed to enforce safety measures. We found some articles online to basically go with this idea, and one of the articles was about threat levels and how they're determined. The levels go up and down depending on the events that are going on around the world. So in the event of an increased threat level, we need to take as much precaution as possible to prevent any attacks from happening. Another affirmative article that we found was on weapons of mass destruction. It's a huge topic associated with terrorism, and there are many different types of weapons available out there today. And one weapon could kill and destroy thousands of people, and we must be able to do whatever we can to prevent something like that from happening again. Then on the negative, we have an article on wiretapping, which is part of the Patriot Act, since we are some of our actual rights are taken away when wiretapping is available. Wiretapping might help in finding criminals and locking them up, but till this day we still have no evidence that wiretapping has actually prevented terrorist activity. And another negative article we found was editorials on people who actually are against the whole Patriot Act. They feel that their rights are being taken away as Americans, and but they fail to realize that if we are all killed and dead, then we have no freedom at all, so it wouldn't make a difference. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Sasha. And one of the things which I found was interesting, not too much informative, but useful nonetheless in regards to terrorism, is the nations that actually have nuclear armaments. And 2 out of the 7 nations in total that have nuclear armaments, which are North Korea and Pakistan, both of which are under regimes that are unstable and are known to sell and trade nuclear components and the such to other rogue or unstable nations in the region. Another thing I found was, should I say the link I found it at?
Yes.
VID01047 is an argument about what people are actually doing to counter terrorism and the actual targets we're picking out and how efficient we've become in picking out these targets. And the argument is saying that despite all the efforts and the money we're pouring into counterterrorism, we're not really preventing terrorism in any sense because the terrorists aren't really moving against us. And I'm only supposed to share 2? Or?
You have 2 minutes.
Okay, so I'll share another one. Another thing I found was not really an article, but a sort of database of international policies and changes that have been enforced and have been changing since the events of 9/11, and how the world as a whole has been sort of adapting and evolving to sort of combat this new species of terrorism and fear-mongering. And the problem with this is that because, as said before, terrorism doesn't really have a specific nationality or ethnicity or race or creed or anything. It could be anyone. It feeds into the racial profiling despite of this. And it's caused a lot of trouble and conflicts and tensions between Muslims in Europe and the native population there. Well, not really native. And this sort of rising conflict has led to riots and also a rise in violent crimes from either side against each other. So there is a rise in race crimes and also more laws and policies implemented to sort of protect and curb this. And in doing so, they're restricting rights of the common folk. So what freedom of speech we have here, which we take for granted, over in Europe right now, it's sort of being censored, and there's a sort of change in policies and philosophies in the way people can talk to one another. And that sort of rise in tension and is really causing some trouble. And yeah.